Hey, what's going on, nation? Push past 10 nation, come on in. Today we are making Dominica fruitcake. So as you can see, I am giving you a screenshot of the ingredients. And again, Simone here. So this is a screenshot of the ingredients for anyone who wants to come back and take some notes on the ingredients. This is the ingredients. Of course, it's 2 days before Christmas. So we are here in Brooklyn, New York, spending some time with family and also just enjoying some time away from the crowds. Now, the only thing with this recipe is at the bottom where it says cloves. We're not going to use the cloves, so we won't have that part included. So as you can see, we need 1 tablespoon, 1 pound actually, unsalted butter, 1 pound white sugar, 12 eggs. So as you can see, I'm including all the ingredients right here for you to see, and we're going to be telling you about the recipe. So go ahead and share the live. You know, my mom is a little camera shy, but she has agreed to share her recipe with us. So we are very thankful. So what you're looking at right now is the mixture of butter and sugar. So remind us again, Mom, it's 1 pound unsalted butter, or 4 sticks if you have the sticks of butter. And then we have 1 pound white sugar, or 2 cups of white sugar. And that's in the bowl right now. And we mixed it for about, how long, Mommy? For about 20 minutes to get it nice and creamy. So that's what we have here. And in the bowl over here, if you can take a look, you will see that we have 12 small eggs, or if you have the larger eggs, it is going to be 8 of the larger eggs. So let's see who we have so far. We have Anthony Simon, we have Mikkel Shillingford, we have Nixie Alfred. So thank you for being here as we share our Dominica recipe for fruitcake. So let's take a look at some of the other ingredients over here. So we have the zest of lemon, zest of lime. We have some nutmeg, some cinnamon. We have some cherry flavored brandy, because what is fruitcake without brandy, right? And we also have, let me move this out of the way, we have the fruits that have been soaking for a year. So you know how we do it in Dominica and the Caribbean, right? When you were smaller and your mom would soak the fruits on top of the wardrobe. Well, this is what we have here in these very large containers. Then we have the hands of my mom, since she is camera shy, and that's okay. And she's cutting up the cherries. We have the containers in the background over there, and that is what we will be putting the cakes in once it's done. So she's gonna wash her hands out, and we're gonna begin the process. So just taking a couple of minutes to stop by to say Merry Christmas, bright and prosperous New Year to everyone. And of course, if you know the American version of fruitcake, this is not the American version. I've heard some not so nice things. So as you can see, she's pouring it in. Want me to hold that for you? So you pour the eggs in one at a time, nice and slowly. Auntie Hammy. Auntie Hammy's on the live. Nice to see you, Auntie Hammy. Sandra Norris, good to see you. Yeah, so we're going to take a pause. Yes, so again, this is a mixture of the 1 pound unsalted butter, of 4 sticks of unsalted butter, and 1 pound of white sugar, or 2 cups of white sugar, 12 small eggs, a room temperature, very, very important. Make sure you set those eggs out early. The butter, you also want to set it out early so that they are at room temperature when you make your mixture. So again, this is the unsalted butter, the white sugar, and the 12 eggs, and just a nice mixture. So again, thank you for being here as we share our Dominica recipe of fruitcake, also known as black cake, in some of the islands. And we want you to go ahead and share the live, let everyone know that we're here. So now let's see what Masen House, my mom, is adding next. So this is the zest of the lemon, of orange. You can tell I don't spend much time in the kitchen, right? And that is, okay, the cinnamon. So 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon cinnamon. What's that? 1 teaspoon, y'all help me, of cinnamon, nutmeg, and orange zest, and 1 teaspoon of lime zest. So we're adding all of this to our mixture, and we're gonna give it a whirl again. Yes, and just in case you're wondering how we did our zesting, you know, we have a lot of fancy equipment in the US these days, but we simply used the back of a grater, a small grater, which I can't seem to find right now. And all we did is we grated it onto a plate, and then we used the teaspoon right here to just scoop up a teaspoon of the ingredients, and that's how we made our zest. But I know we have all sorts of fancy equipment out there. We have a zester that you can use, so if you want to do so, you can do that as well. So how is everyone doing? You know, you still have 2 days if you want to make your fruit cake, but I hate to tell you, you would have need to have those fruits soaking from a while ago. So here we go, the fruits for the cake. And tell us what's included in here, Masen House. What fruits are those? Prunes, currants. So prunes and currants. And as you can see, she's taking a heaping spoon. So that's gonna be about cherries. Don't forget the cherries. Prunes, currants, cherries. And we're gonna put it all together. Oh, that's gonna be so delicious. I cannot wait. And you know, a lot of people make a big deal, you know, oh, you're gonna need to run after this. You know what? You're not gonna gain weight if you indulge for Christmas or Thanksgiving. Okay, so she said she's gonna put another cup of the fruit. So again, 3 cups. So we're gonna do 3 cups of the fruit, prunes, currants, cherries. And this has been soaking in, what do we soak it in? Just regular rum? Red wine? Okay. So again, if you're looking to get started for next year, because you know how we do, we start in January, soaking the fruits, right? So you can already get your fruits soaking for next year, God willing, like my mom likes to say, God willing. And I can tell you, I wish you could smell the ingredients. It smells absolutely fantastic. Verna Coffee, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. We're making some Dominica fruitcake. So we're gonna blend it all together. Give it a nice blend. Okay, so she's gonna switch to a spatula. So who's making fruitcake? Anyone making their fruitcake, or are you just like me? I just choose to buy everything. What's on the menu for Christmas dinner? I hope you are planning on having a great Christmas dinner. Unfortunately, the COVID numbers are rising here in New York, but we're making the best out of it. So here we go. She took a spatula. And I think part of the reason, and correct me, Mommy, if I'm wrong, but you don't want the fruits to disintegrate, right? So because you don't want your fruits to disintegrate, what you want to do is mix it with the blender, with the mixer for just a little while, and then you switch to a spatula. So we're just going to watch the chef uninterrupted. Let's close that drawer. Make sure it doesn't get in the way. We're gonna watch the chef uninterrupted. And by the way, your oven should be preheated. So I should have said that in the beginning. Don't forget to preheat your oven at 275 to 300 degrees. Keep in mind, the lower the temperature, the longer it will take to bake the cake. So 275 to 300 degrees. You want to preheat your oven. So the two things you want to make sure you do before. Hey, Louisa, great to see you. How is the UK? I hope it is not as cold as New York City. So you want to make sure you preheat your oven, 275 to 300 degrees. And the baking time is going to be about an hour to an hour and a half. So here we have the flour, and we're going to give her a minute to open up the flour. It is so nice to see everyone. I know everyone is super busy with holiday shopping and getting those last minute gifts, but please be careful out there. The Omicron variant is raging like fire out here. I think in New York we had something like a 600% increase in the numbers. So we want to be careful out there. So here we have the flour, and she's pouring it in, getting a good measure. Let's move the spoon out of the way so you can see. So you have to sift the flour. Just get in the sifter. Let me get my recipe book so I can remind you of the ingredients again. All right, so let's move this out of the way so we can see the sifting process. Okay, so that is 2 pounds of flour, 2 cups of flour. You can tell I don't bake, right, people? That's okay. You know, everybody in my family likes to cook. So I think...
So that's 1 cup, you have to put another cup.
Yes, so that's 1 cup. I have the benefit of enjoying everybody's cooking, so I don't pressure myself to be a fine cook like they are. All right, so we're sifting the flour. We got the nice mixture of the butter, the zest, all the different zest. And if you miss any part of the program, you can always feel free to go back and check the beginning where I included the ingredients, and now we're just working on the recipe. So the flour, in case you're wondering, is bread flour. So that is the best option in terms of the bread. Look at the lovely tin cans over there. I know one of them is going to be my Christmas gift, so I cannot wait. All right, don't forget to share the live. So yes, so we're sifting the flour. So again, it is 2 cups of flour, and you want to make sure you sift it. Just use your regular everyday your regular everyday, what do you call that?
A sifter.
A sifter.
Strainer.
Strainer. I was like, oh my God. I can't remember what you call it. All right. And now we're going to add the baking powder. So, of course, you want to make sure you add the baking powder so that your cake will rise. So 2 teaspoons of table flour, 2 teaspoons of, let's see, baking powder. Okay. So is there a particular baking powder you like, or any baking powder will do? Any baking powder will do. So again, baking powder, not baking soda, because there's a difference. With such a good teacher, you should be acing a cake now. Oh, thank you, Louisa. I will give it a try. So 2 teaspoons of the baking powder goes into the flour. And we're going to mix that in, get that nice and evenly distributed. Now, why do you think American fruitcake has such a bad rap? You know, I think they give American fruitcake such a bad rap. You know, I say just add a little alcohol into that thing, and I'm sure that bad boy will be just fine. So here we go. Add in the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients. So don't forget, it's flour and baking powder in here. And of course, you want a large bowl to be included. Let me get out of the way so the chef can do her work. I don't want to make her nervous. She's a little camera shy, but at least we're enjoying the recipe. All right, so again, using the spatula instead of the mixer, because you want to maintain the integrity of the fruits. So who's making fruitcake? Anyone on here making a fruitcake this Christmas? Anybody brave enough? Because, you know, you got to be good to make a fruitcake, you know, because everybody's going to judge it, right? Oh, Louisa says she can smell it. Raquel James, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. We're making Dominica fruitcake. And I could not think of a better chef to help us with our Dominica fruitcake other than my very own mom, Mrs. Medina Senhouse, Jabba Estate. Yep, so let's get this. Let's change the angle so we can see a little better. Move this out of the way. Yeah, looking good, right? I wish you guys could smell this. I wish y'all could smell it. It smells so good. So don't forget, preheat the oven. Get the oven going early. 275 to 300 degrees is the temperature you want. Anthony Simon, let's see what Anthony's saying here. My niece from Jamaica and myself made a few, came out great. Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Let's see. Rosita Francis, already looking good. Oh, thank you. Mommy, you hear that? It's already looking good. Rosita White, nice to see you. Come on in, guys. Come on in. It's Christmas. We're enjoying a little festivity. Ooh, that smell, Mommy. Ooh, boy. Nothing like the smell of fruitcake right before Christmas. I'm telling you, there's no greater smell to make your home smell like Dominica than Dominica fruitcake. So mixing it all in. And again, if you miss, hey, Elka, great to see you. Thank you for joining us. Carlos, nice to see you. So again, Dominica fruitcake, not American fruitcake. Hey, has anybody had American fruitcake? You know, I've been in this country for almost 26 years and I've never tried American fruitcake. I just have never been really interested. From what I hear, I'm not missing anything, right? So mixing it all in. And then, of course, we have to add all the extracts, the vanilla extract. And Dominic, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. So now to our mix, we are going to add all the essence. Take your time. We can wait on the chef. So let's see the name of this one. So this one is, let me move my hand out of the way, just vanilla extract. I'm not sure if the brand makes a difference, but it's vanilla extract. So we're gonna put this one down here. Then we have almond extract. And I guess it doesn't matter if we use the artificial. I know some folks have a preference for the real thing, which is a lot more expensive. But you know, we come from Dominica. We use what we have, mixed essence. So let's take a look. So that was what? 1 spoon or 2 spoons? 1 spoon of each of them. So 1 spoon of the almond extract, 1 spoon of the vanilla extract. And thank you for spending this time with us. Yvonne Amo. Oh, lovely to see you, Yvonne. How are you doing? Yes, let's see what Louisa says. Nothing beats Dominica fruitcake. I so agree. Rosita, cannot wait to see the finished product. Oh boy, mommy, no pressure, nah? No pressure. So all of this is 1 teaspoon of everything, right, mom? Yeah, so 1 teaspoon. And we're mixing that in. And another thing a lot of people might forget to do is to grease the pan. How many people have had that happen to them? You make something, you put it in a pan, and then you realize, oh my gosh, I forgot to grease the pan. Yep, so don't forget, in the beginning, you want to preheat your oven. You want to set out your eggs and butter so they're at room temperature. And while you're at it, you might as well go ahead and mix your pans so you don't forget to do so. All right, so what do you guys think? Looking good, right? I think it's looking really good. So how many of us used to lick the spoon when we were small? People say, oh, that's dangerous, the raw egg. What do you think, mommy? Browning. Oh, so you guys, the same browning we used to make stewed chicken is Rosita used to lick the spoon. And I guess the browning is what? You just eye it like we normally do in the Caribbean, right? Who measures anything? That's why I can't get with no bacon, because you got to be precise and measure everything. But when you cook, you throw a dash of this and a dash of that, right? You put it until the spirits tell you to stop. I heard that one time, that you just add stuff until the spirits tell you to stop, right? Yep. I can relate to licking the spoon. Yes, Anthony, I think we all did it. But now we have to be concerned about, health and raw egg and all that stuff. Back in the day, you seasoning some chicken, you used to just put a little dab on your hand and taste it, right? Raw meat. The things we did back in the islands. And that's it. Yay! So let's do a quick recap so you can see the ingredients one more time. Right? So we had 1 pound unsalted butter, 1 pound white sugar, 12 eggs, zest of lemon, zest of 1 orange, 1 tablespoon essence, 1 teaspoon essence, 1 teaspoon almond essence, 2 teaspoons mixed essence, 3 heaping cups of soaked fruits, 2.5, mommy turn the water off. 3 heaping cups of soaked fruit, 2.5 level cups bread flour, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 2 teaspoons ground cinnamon. So here you have all the ingredients, and just ignore the part that says about the cloves. We're not gonna use cloves in this particular recipe. So what do you guys think? I think it's looking mighty lovely. hold up. I don't mind. Wait, I did mine last week. Mommy, you rock. The cake looks great. I make mine browning. Oh, you made your own browning? Oh my, that's impressive. Kimar Julianne, she is not making it very dark. I was thinking the same thing. So is there a reason it's not very dark? Yes. So my camera shy mom just told us that you don't want to make it too dark, because what's going to happen is as it is baking, it is going to take on some more color, right? So you don't want to start off with a very dark mixture, because then you will certainly have some black cake on your hands. So you want to start off with just a light brown color, and then you will see that the color will change as it bakes in the oven. So again, thank you for being here, everyone. Rosita, interesting recipe, please share. Yeah, so you will be able to see it. Hey everyone, so good to see you. So Simone here. So we have the recipe. Everything is all set. So what are you guys doing for Christmas? Let me take my mom out of the camera range because she really doesn't want to be a part of the filming. But what is everyone doing for Christmas? You know, we're hanging out here in Brooklyn, New York, and you know, the COVID numbers are not the greatest, so we're spending a lot of time indoors, hanging out with family. Let's see what Yvonne says. Blessed Christmas greetings to you and yours. Looking forward to the recording to see. I think I'm not seeing the rest of your message. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Yeah, so everyone, thank you for being here. So again, let me just switch back over to the recipe. And then what we're going to do, because it's going to take about an hour and a half for it to be done, we will be sure to post a picture of the finished recipe on my page on DA Rose, as well as Push Past 10. So we have all the cans laid out, ready to go. Auntie Hummy, if you're on the Facebook Live still, I'm sure one of those cans will have your name on it as a gift. Rosita, caramelized muscovado sugar for browning. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, very interesting. So thank you for sharing that. Let's see who else is joining us as we get ready to wind down. Rowan Boston. Oh my God, thanks for sharing. Yes, thank you for being here. So again, everyone, Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful time celebrating with your family. Please be careful out there as the COVID-19 virus continues to spread. And don't forget, you know, we've started a movement on Push Past 10. So if you were really just struggling this year in terms of staying motivated with your goals, in terms of just being consistent, that is what we're all about. So I want you to jump on pushpast10.com if you're just looking to join a movement of people who are committed to seeing their life goals through to the end. So whether you want to lose weight, whether you're looking to, you know, fix your finances, whether you're looking to go back to school, we want folks to be committed to the goals that they've set for themselves. So don't forget, jump on Push Past 10 so you can be a part of the movement. So it was great seeing everyone, and I look forward to being with you in the new year. So take care, all right? Take it easy.